Welcome back, everybody, to Carson Reads. Today we are talking about Mitch Albom's For One More Day. This is the second book that I've read. Well, it was the second book I read in 2013. In 2023 by Mitch Albom. The first one that I read was The Five People You Meet in Heaven, and this was the second. Toward the end of the year, read it, and wouldn't recommend. Wouldn't recommend. In typical Mitch Albom fashion, and I still haven't read Tuesdays with Marie, but apparently that's his most popular one. So I don't know if Mitch and I vibe. I don't know if we do. I'm just saying. I like it. I like that all of his books are really short and very concise, and like it's just one story wrapped up with a nice bow. But I think a lot of them, I say a lot of them like I've read a lot of them. I feel like from the ones that I've read, they're a little bit cheesy. And in this one, the main character is just flat out unlikable. Like, really, really bad. And we'll get into that. It's really bad. I don't even feel bad for him at all. Not at all. Don't feel bad for him. So yeah, I did like The Five People You Meet in Heaven. I did. There was a little cheese in there, but I feel like there were really good lessons to be learned from that. And, yeah. But this episode isn't about The Five People You Meet in Heaven. This is about For One More Day. So basically, there's this guy named Charlie. Well, they call him Charlie a lot. His name is Charles. Charlie Chick is his nickname. And he is a father and a husband and a son. No, I think he's the dad of one kid, one little girl. And he has a wife, but the story focuses on the relationship with him and his mom. So things are just going terribly in his life. With his career and with his goals and with just everything. He just is beating himself up because his daughter doesn't invite him to her wedding that she has, I believe, is what the impetus is of like him, this disastrous time in his life. Doesn't get invited to the wedding. I believe him and his wife are divorced. I mean, I just can't remember. The book is so short, you can just read it in like a day. But he decides to take his own life. And he wants to do it where it all began. So he's driving home to his hometown, and he's going to end his life there. He misses the exit. Okay, he's on the freeway. He misses the exit, and so he just flips his car around, and starts driving the wrong way on the freeway, and he causes an accident. But he doesn't die. And, well, and so he gets out of the car and he runs to his old childhood home. And there he sees his mom, who's been dead for 10 years. And so the title, For One More Day, also, I don't know if I like when authors don't capitalize the title. And I don't like when the author's name is bigger than the book title. That's just me. And so the title comes from like, he gets to have his mom for one more day, and they're talking with each other, and yeah, there are some parts that are tender, but most of the time it's like, gosh, this guy sucks. Okay, so the epitome of this story is summed into two quotes that I found that I highlighted in this book. The first one is, have you ever lost someone you love and wanted one more conversation, one more chance to make up for the time when you thought they would be here forever? If so, then you know you can go your whole life collecting days and none will outweigh the one you wished you had back. Oh, For One More Day. And the second one, I'd say, let me see if I can open to it magically. I think it's this one. The second one is, it's such a shame to waste time. We always think we have so much of it. So don't waste time, and relationships matter, okay? Embrace the people around you and tell him you'll love him. But the reason that this guy, Charlie Chick, is so unlikable is he's just a brat. Like, there are literally chapters dedicated, titled, Times I Did Not Stand Up for My Mom. And then chapters titled, Times My Mom Did Stand Up for Me. And all this stuff. And you just get to see that, like, gosh, he has so much pride. And he is such a little loser. Let's read one excerpt. And I don't mean to be, like, too harsh. But, like, it's just, he's never appreciative of his mom. And maybe that's the point. Maybe that's the point of this story, is to, like, start appreciating. But it's like, he literally treated his mom like garbage when she was alive. And then he's like, in retrospect, he's like, I loved my mom so much. Like, I miss my mom. I missed having my mom. And it's like, you literally never liked her. If you would have acted a little differently, you know? Just terrible. I don't even feel any sympathy for him. And so this is, do you see? Times I did not stand up for my mother. The mom dies. This is the part when the mom dies, and she's like, he says, I took the shovel like a child being handed a rifle. I looked to my sister Roberta, who wore a black veil over her face and was visibly trembling. I looked to my wife, who was staring at her feet, tears streaming down her cheeks. Blah, 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 blah. In baseball, a player can tell when he's holding his own bat and when he's holding someone else's, which is how I felt with that shovel in my hands. It was someone else's. It did not belong to me. I'm like, okay, is this a pity party? It belonged to a son who didn't lie to his mother. It belonged to a son whose last words to her were not in anger. It belonged to a son who hadn't raced off to satisfy the latest whim of his distant old man, who, in keeping the record intact, was absent from his family gathering, having decided it's better if I'm not there. I don't want to upset anybody. That son would have stayed that weekend, sleeping with his wife in the guest room, having Sunday brunch with the family. That son, and a lot of this is like reference to other things that you'll read if you do read this. That son would have been there when his mother collapsed. That son might have saved her. And that's another thing too, is like, he goes off and he chases this dream that he knows isn't going to work out, but he's just afraid of disappointment from his dad. And so he goes and he's doing like, he gets to sit on the bench for one like MLB game. And then like, that's it. And while he's gone, his mom dies. This son swallowed and did what he was told. He shoveled dirt onto the coffin. It landed with a messy spread, a few gravelly pieces making noise against the polished wood. And even though it was her idea, I heard my mother's voice saying, "Oh, Charlie, how could you?" Like, just treated his mom like trash, and then he wants to throw himself a pity party. Yeah. Anyway, I have other ones highlighted throughout, but I don't think I even want to read them. I wouldn't recommend this book. I feel like there are other stories that are a bit more, that get to the point a little bit better than this one. Stories with a likable main character, stories with somebody you're rooting for. I just didn't like Charlie, didn't like Chick. There are good like snippets in there, like obviously start appreciating your mom right now. Go and call your mom if you're watching this right now. Tell her you love her. And don't waste time, but I feel like this book did not do a very good job at getting to that point. So that is my review on Mitch Albom's For One More Day. I still haven't read Tuesdays with Marie, so you'll probably be seeing that one in the future. Hopefully it's as good as, I mean, it's on the front cover of this one even. And like when you look up Mitch Albom, it's like author of Tuesdays with Marie. So, and I have no idea what it's about, but I think I'll give it a read sometime soon. I'm glancing over to my bookshelf, my to-be-read bookshelf that has like 80 books on it. At some point, it'll be read. Anyway, let me know what you thought of the book if you've read it. Let me know what books I should read in the future. I I apologize. We're still playing catch up. I know we're in the year 2024, and I'm still reviewing books that I read at the end of 2023. But I have to get them all done. I think I only have 4 more. Ciao till next time. This has been Carson Reads. It's called Carson Reads because my name's Carson and I read. Bye.